Thank you so much Horrid Ghastly for the resub. Thank you so much Coconut Kitty for the resub.
Well, I can't believe it's been that long already. Ghastly with the 3 months, and Cody with the 4 months. Like, that's wild to me. It really doesn't feel like it's been that long. But hi, Ross. How are you doing today, too? And Ghastly and Cody, thank you both so much for resubbing. How are you guys? I've had like task paralysis today. Hi, Zaglope. Appreciate the lurk. I'm glad you're here. I'm doing all right. Me and sleep have not been getting along lately. So that's why I wasn't like really responsive yesterday is I slept most of the day. And also why I changed to this afternoon because like for real, just me and sleep not getting along. At least you're taking a break. You need the break, dude. You need the break, Cody. And PW, welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, me and sleep, we're not getting along lately. So I slept most of the day yesterday, and I ended up going back to sleep this morning. That's why I was like, yeah, we're just gonna switch to this evening. And then I've had like task paralysis all day. Like you got so much you could do. Um, there's so much to do that you just sit there. I took off yesterday, got internet activated at my house, then promptly lost power. I'd love that for you. That sucks. Thank you for the head pats, Cody. At least you were off. So you weren't, I don't know. Maybe you should have went to work. I don't know. It always sucks when the power goes out because then it's just like miserable. Yeah, bad timing for the internet to go out. It was still a good day, just a bit hot. I'm sure I can only imagine. Um, because like yeah, today it was hot. Like we got warnings yesterday that today was going to be super hot. And then it started raining. Like oh, I still haven't fixed the mustache. I don't know why the mustache isn't working. So, I need to make note of that. I gotta fix that. So I refunded your points. But yeah, it was hot. It like we got all these warnings yesterday from like the Weather Channel app saying it was gonna be really hot, and then it was raining. So like I don't know if any of you are from near the south, uh, where it's like the saying is the devil's beating his wife, because the sun was still shining, but it was raining. So I know it's a weird saying. I don't know where it originated. I just know it because I'm from the South and I've always been from the South. Yes, go ahead. Absolutely. Cody knows what I'm talking about. I know Cody knows. Because that way I can go ahead and add it. Please don't, cow. Please don't traumatize us. This is the cover I was listening to the other day, and it was like so good. I don't want it to overpower me, so I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit. Yeah, I don't, it's been weird. The weather never knows what it wants to do. do that again too as a praise.
Look at horrid ghastly. Look at that watch streak. Thank you for being here.
I hope he didn't double sound for you guys, because I definitely heard him twice. Dang, Ghastly with that 30 stream streak. Oh, look at you. I'm like 10 minutes away from just passing out.
You're not focused. You're just vibrating at a frequency that is unsettling my feathers. Put the can down.
Dang. Cow, if you gotta take yous to sleep, that's fine. That's what I did yesterday and today. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. But that is awesome, Ghastly. Okay, we're definitely gonna pray for it. That's not where I want it. Oh, okay. He says hello, by the way. Let me add it to my prayer board. I need to categorize this a little bit better. Oh. Excuse you, sir. But that's so awesome. He's working. Crushed it. Yeah. Okay, so this ad break is brought to you by Psalm 18:2, which says, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress and my deliverer, my..." Wait, I lost my place. I don't know. You might have to reload, Twitch, the whole app. The Lord is my rock, my fortress and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take my refuge, my shield, and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. Oh, that's so cute, Ghastly. But I'm so happy for you. That's so good. I'm so happy for you, Ghastly. Yeah. Praise you again and again. Of course, Ghastly. It's not my... That scared me. Being buds. Well, no, I think he was just celebrating for Ghastly. Saying, good job, I'm so excited. I know I lost an arm. Discord creature for Ross. His dad is taking a break again. I need y'all to not judge the music. Let's see. Oh, I think we'll do Battle Belongs before we go on. I'm sorry, True Reality. Let's see. See, I know there's some of you that will enjoy that. See, but I knew this song was coming out. You might be having the same issue because it shouldn't be out of stock. Let me see. Yeah, it's not out of stock. Because let's see. I got promoted. Look at me. Chat caretaker. Okay. Overqualified, I guess. When I fight on my knees, my hands. Oh yeah, there is. It's like a minute timeout. I might have messed that up. That's my bad. I'm sorry, Cody. Sorry for what? What you sorry for? I'm nervous now. Wow. Okay, the head pads didn't work. Okay, let me do the head pads because. Okay, so they're not mixing. Good to know. They were working fine before. Okay. One second. Let me refund some of these. Clip Scout. Need supervision. Error, do you need supervision? And hi, Riley. It's been a minute. Sorry, I just missed it. I'm sorry. I hope you're doing well. Okay. Okay, I gotta lock in. Let me switch playlists. And then shrink me down. I don't know. That's what I was saying. Do you need supervision? Well, I hope it's good things. I hope it's good things. If you need any prayers, absolutely do the exclamation point prayer so I can add it to my prayer list. Okay. But I hope it's all good things. Aren't we all always supervised? Yeah. But sometimes we need more supervision than others. Okay. So I hope you guys are ready because we left off after all the distractions at I was more talking about some of these other ones. Error, I think you might be okay. But some of them, Cody, need more supervision than others. Cause they might get heart attacks from monsters. Okay. It has been very happy living the best life I can have at the moment. Aw, that's awesome, Riley. Aw, that's so good. Good dog. Dino dog. Okay. Over there mixing. No, I'm not even gonna put that out there because you'll start actually mixing it up, and that's makes my stomach curdle. Okay, so after all the distractions last week, yes, hello. We left off at Numbers 5. And so that's where we are going to pick back up. The purity of the camp. And the dogs are going to be, of course, waited. They've had all day to play, and they always wait until we get going. I know some of them make. I don't need to drink regular energy drink. So there's. Excuse you. Hi. So one of my favorite wrestlers is Rhea Ripley, and with her workout, she starts her workouts by taking an energy drink and dry scooping. Oh my gosh, I can't. I've had all day to word and brain. Pre-workout and dry scooping pre-workout, and then chugs the rest of the energy drink. I was gonna say mixing Monster and milk, and that just sounds disgusting to me. But that's on Cody. Okay, time to lock in, guys. We gotta lock in. The purity of the camp. The Lord said to Moses, command the Israelites. Ooh, no, it doesn't, Ross. Don't encourage him. Command the Israelites to send away from the camp anyone who has a defiling skin disease or a discharge of any kind or who is ceremonially unclean because of a dead body. Cody, don't do it. Don't do it. That just sounds gross. Energy drink and hot cocoa. I think there's actually people that make that. But again, don't give him ideas. These dogs are already getting on my nerves. They're gonna get kicked out, probably, maybe. Send away male and female alike. Send them outside the camp so they will not defile their camp, where I dwell among them. If you do it, just tell me how it is. The Israelite, or actually put it in the Discord so everybody can know that you have committed a grave atrocity. I do cocoa in my coffee. See, that makes sense. Monster and Gatorade, yes, I will agree with that one. But I don't know about Monster, like white Monster and milk just makes me sick to my stomach. But there's always the chance that, so my mom gave me a bunch of frozen food and I ate some frozen wings that were in a Ziploc baggie. So who knows when they were from. So if I end up sick tomorrow, y'all know why. Okay? But wings sounded really good today. So if if we can't do stream, y'all know that I'm not feeling well. Okay, the Israelites did so. They sent them outside the camp. They did just as the Lord had instructed Moses. Yeah, so I'm nervous about that. My stomach's already not feeling well. Restitution for wrongs. The Lord said to Moses, say to the Israelites, okay, if you order Wingstop, though, agree, error, wings always sound good. If you do Wingstop, do not terrorize the DoorDashman again. Cody. Say to the Israelites, any man or woman who wrongs another in any way and is so unfaithful to the Lord is guilty and must confess. Why would you give him ideas? Dang it, and why did I just come up with energy drink mixed with ranch? You guys and your ideas. Must confess the sin they have committed. They must make full restitution for the wrong they have done, add a fifth of the value to it, and give it all to the person they have wronged. But if the person has no close relative to whom restitution can be made for the wrong, the restitution belongs to the Lord and must be given to the priest along with the ram with which atonement is made for the wrongdoer. All the sacred contributions the Israelites bring to a priest will belong to him. Sacred things belong to their owners, but what they give to the priest will belong to the priest. The test for an unfaithful wife. How lovely. Then the Lord said to Moses, speak to the Israelites and say to them, if a man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him, so that another man has sexual relations with her, and this is hidden from her husband and her impurity is undetected, since there's no witness against her and she has not been caught in the act, and if feelings of jealousy come over her husband and he suspects his wife and she is impure, or if he is jealous and suspects her even though she's not impure, then he is to take his wife to the priest. That was a very long sentence. He must also make an offering of 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour on her behalf. He must not pour olive oil on it or put incense on it, because it is a grain offering for jealousy, a reminder offering to draw attention to wrongdoing. The priest shall bring her and have her stand before the Lord. Then she shall take some holy water in a clay jar, put some dust from the tabernacle floor into the water. No, you'll ruin both. After the priest has had the woman stand before the Lord, he shall loosen her hair and place in her hands the remainder offering, the grain offering for jealousy, while he himself holds the bitter water that brings a curse. Then the priest shall put the woman under oath and say to her, if no other man has had sexual relations with you, and you have not gone astray and become impure while married to your husband. I'm stuffy, so that's where the sniffles are coming from, because the rain has brought more allergies, because, Texas be Texas. And become impure while married to her husband. May this bitter water that brings a curse not harm you. At least do it on like some Walmart branded wings instead of like expensive wings. It's part of it, and the other part is I just can't shut my brain off to save my life. Um, so it's a lot of fun. And then the naps, I nap sometimes, but I haven't been napping except for the past few days. So yeah, I don't know. But if you have gone astray while married to your husband and you have made yourself impure by having sexual relations with a man other than your husband, here the priest is to put the woman under this curse. May the Lord cause you to become a curse among your people when he makes your womb miscarry and your abdomen swell. May this water that brings a curse into your body so that your abdomen swells or your womb miscarries. That's wild. Then the woman is to say, Amen, so be it. The priest is to write these curses on a scroll and then wash them off into the bitter water. He shall make the woman drink the bitter water that brings a curse, and this water that brings a curse and causes bitter suffering will enter her. The priest is to take from her hands the grain offering for jealousy, wave it before the Lord, and bring it to the altar. The priest is then to take a handful of the grain offerings as a memorial offering and burn it on the altar. After that, he is to have the woman drink the water. If she has made herself impure and been unfaithful to her husband, this will be the result. When she is made to drink the water that brings a curse and causes bitter suffering, it will enter her, her abdomen will swell, and her womb will miscarry, and she will become a curse. If, however, the woman has not made herself impure, but it is clean, she will be cleared of guilt and will be able to have children. So the wild part of that is, even if she didn't stray, yeah, so she becomes a curse on her people if they let her stay. But the other wild thing is, even if she didn't cheat on her husband and people thought she did because she miscarried, then she would be shunned. Like, she would be kicked out even if she didn't do such a thing, which is wild. This then is the law of jealousy when a woman goes astray and makes herself impure while married to her husband, or when feelings of jealousy come over a man because he suspects his wife. The priest is to have her stand before the Lord and is to apply this entire law to her. The husband will be innocent of any wrongdoing, but the woman will bear the consequences of her sin. Okay. Another thing too. So think of this, okay? This section of a woman being cursed for straying from her husband, okay? Now take that into the New Testament with Mary and how like stressed she probably was, thinking that, well, she knew that God was going to be on her side, but just the thought of, this could happen, like, and the stress of Joseph being like, okay, I don't know what to do, until the angel comes and talks to him. Because that's just wild, because like the whole community could have kicked her out because she was still supposed to be a virgin. I hope that made sense. But it's something crazy to think about, like seeing that section that she would be a curse on the whole group, and then to think of Immaculate Conception. Wild. Okay. The Nazarite. The Lord said to Moses, Speak to the Israelites and say to them, If a man or woman wants to make a special vow, a vow of dedication to the Lord as a Nazarite, they must abstain from wine. Made sense to me, and I've not seen or heard that bit of the New Testament. Of the like cheating thing. There you go, Cody, doing your daily check-in. Yeah, it's... Oh, okay. Yeah, so both of them probably had, like, at some point, probably had, like, the stress of what's the community going to think of this? But then hearing from God and the angels that spoke to them, saying that God has you, God is going to protect you, this is the Son of God, had to give them some peace. But, they were human as well. They probably had the thoughts and the stress of how is this going to affect, our lives. Just Interesting food for thought. And any other fermented drink, and must not drink vinegar made from wine or other fermented drink. They must not drink grape juice or eat grapes or raisins, as long as they remain under their Nazirite vow. They must not eat anything that comes from the grapevine, not even the seeds or skins. During the entire period of their Nazirite vow, no razor may be used on their head. They must be holy until the period of their dedication to the Lord is over. They must let their hair grow long. Throughout the period of their dedication to the Lord, the Nazirite must not go near a dead body. Even if their own father or mother or brother or sister dies, they must not make themselves ceremonially unclean on account of them, because the symbol of their dedication to God is on their head. Throughout the period of their dedication, they are consecrated to the Lord. If someone dies suddenly in the Nazirite's presence, thus defiling the hair that symbolizes their dedication, they must shave their head on the 7th day, the day of their cleansing. Then, on the 8th day, they must bring 2 doves or 2 young pigeons to the priest at the entrance to the tent of meeting. The priest is to offer one as a sin offering and the other as a burnt offering to make atonement for the Nazirite, because they sinned by being in the presence of the dead body. That same day, they are to consecrate their head again. They must rededicate themselves to the Lord for the period of dedication must bring a year-old male lamb as a guilt offering. The previous days do not count because they became defiled during their period of dedication. Now this is the law of the Nazirite when the period of their dedication is over. They are to be brought to the entrance of the tent of meeting. They are to present their offerings to the Lord, a year-old male lamb without defect for a burnt offering, a year-old ewe lamb without defect for a sin offering, a ram without defect for a fellowship offering, together with their grain offerings and drink offerings, and a basket of bread made with the finest flour and without yeast, thick loaves with olive oil mixed in, and thin loaves brushed with olive oil. The priest is to present all these before the Lord and make the sin offering and the burnt offering. He is to present the basket of unleavened bread and is to sacrifice the ram as a fellowship offering to the Lord, together with its grain offering and drink offering. Then at the entrance to the tent of meeting, the Nazirite must shave off the hair that symbolizes their dedication. They are to take the hair and put it in the fire that is under the sacrifice of the fellowship offering. After the Nazirite has shaved off the hair that symbolizes their dedication, the priest is to place in their hands a boiled shoulder of the ram and 1 thick loaf and 1 thin loaf from the basket, both made without yeast. The priest shall then wave these before the Lord as a wave offering. They are holy and belong to the priest, together with the breast that was waved and the thigh that was presented. After that, the Nazirite may drink wine. This is the law of the Nazirite who vows offerings to the Lord in accordance with their dedication, in addition to whatever else they can afford. They must fulfill the vows they have made according to the law of the Nazirite. Jake's here! The priestly blessing. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron and his sons, this is how you are to bless the Israelites. Say to them, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. So they will put my name on the Israelites and I will bless them." Offerings at the dedication of the tabernacle. When Moses finished setting up the tabernacle, thank you for 2 months. Oh my gosh, it's been that long already. Goodness. Moses finished setting up the tabernacle. He anointed and consecrated it and all its furnishings. He also anointed and consecrated the altar and all its utensils. Then the leaders of Israel, the heads of families who were the tribal leaders in charge of those who were counted, made offerings. They brought as their offerings before the Lord 6 covered carts. Sorry, I got an email. I was making sure it wasn't important. Yeah. Oh, Fenrir, I forgot you're not. I don't think you're in the Discord. I forgot to take it off the schedule that I'm not doing Mondays anymore because that's when I have my homeworks too, and I have 2 classes about to start next week. So Mondays will be busy. So yeah, I need to put it on my full schedule. Oh, You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you for the gift sub. But yeah, I took Mondays off the rotation, but I'm trying to decide on if I want to add Saturdays or Sundays to the rotation and do those on TikTok and play on TikTok for a while. I haven't decided. But yeah. Thank you so much. Aw. Do you have anything else you need us to add to the prayer list? See, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on TikTok. I think if I do TikTok streams, I'm going to do... Okay. For the TikTok streams, I'm thinking of playing Kingdom Hearts. I gotta move right now. Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep reading and then you can let me know, and you can always whisper it to me. I think I turned off the whisper settings. See, I like Stardew, but I also really want to play Kingdom Hearts right now, and I only have it on PC, and then if I'm playing on my PC, I might as well stream. So, I'm thinking of Kingdom Hearts. The Lord said to Moses, "Accept these from them, that they may be used in the work at the tent of meeting. Give them to the Levites as each man's work requires." So Moses took the carts and skip that. Okay. We're going back. He also anointed and consecrated the altar and all its utensils. Then the leaders of Israel, the heads of the families who were the tribal leaders in charge of those who were counted, made offerings. They brought as their gifts before the Lord 6 covered carts and 12 oxen, an ox from each leader and a cart from every 2. These they presented before the tabernacle. The Lord said to Moses, "Accept these from them, that they may be used in the work at the tent of meeting. Give them to the Levites as each man's work requires." So Moses took the carts and oxen and gave them to the Levites. He gave 2 carts and 4 oxen to the Gershonites as their work required, and he gave 4 carts and 8 oxen to the Merarites as their work required. They were all under the direction of the Ithamar, son of Aaron, the priest, but Moses did not give any to the Kohathites, because they were to carry on their shoulders the holy things for which they were responsible. When the altar was anointed, the leaders brought their offerings for its dedication. Hi, Drecky! I need to add Drecky. Thank you for coming and reminding me that I need to add you to the shout out list. When the altar was anointed, the leaders brought their offerings for its dedication and presented them before the altar. For the Lord had said to Moses, "Each day 1 leader is to bring his offering for dedication of the altar." The one who brought his offering on the first day was Nahshon, son of Amminadab, of the tribe of Judah. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram and 1 male lamb, 1 ram and 1 male lamb, a year old for burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Nahshon, son of Amminadab. On the second day, Nathaniel, son of Zor, the leader of Issachar, brought his offering. Oh, goodness. I just want to hop in. I'm having a rough day. I'm just going to chill. Yeah, absolutely, Lurk. Hey, I think a lot of us are going through it right now. But do what you got to do, okay? If you need a prayer, do ! prayer, or message me if you want it to be private, or do it in the private prayer section of Discord, whatever you need, bud. The offering he brought was silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels. It's just something silly. My new PC stopped working for some reason. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that always was rough. I hope you get it fixed. Both according to the sanctuary shekel. Well, it's a good thing you have a warranty. I didn't get the warranty on mine, and I'll probably regret it. Knock on wood and pray to God that I don't lose mine, because mine has an extra updated RAM. Each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering, 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb, a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Nathaniel son of Zor. On the third day, Eliab son of Helon, the leader of the people of Zebulun, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Eliab son of Helon. On the fourth day, Eliezer son of Shador, the leader of the people of Reuben, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering, 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. Chet. This was the offering of Eliezer son of Shador. On the fifth day, Shalumiel, son of Zurishaddai, the leader of the people of Simeon, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels. That is a lot of animals, yeah. And 30 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Shalumiel son of Zurishaddai. On the sixth day, Eliasaph son of Duel, the leader of the people of Gad, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Eliasaph, son of Duel. On the seventh day, Elishama, son of Ammihud, the leader of Ephraim, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels, and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering, 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 ram, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Elishama, son of Ammihud. On the eighth day, Gamaliel, son of Pedazer, the son of the people of Manasseh, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour, mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Gamaliel, son of Bedezer. On the 9th day, Abidan, son of Gidoni, the leader of the people of Benjamin, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Abidan, son of Gidoni. Okay, so we've got 3 more to go to hit all 12, because we're about to do the 10th. Okay, yeah. Whew. On the 10th day, Abiezer, son of Ammishaddai, the leader of the people of Dan, brought his offering. So this is the easy sections of Numbers. We haven't even gotten to the list of peoples. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb a year old for a burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Izer, son of Ammishaddai. On the 11th day, Pagiel, son of Ochran, like what Dreki said, that's a lot of animals. That's also goats and lambs. Yes, absolutely. Remember, we this is tons and tons of animals they have with them. Leader of the people of Asher brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb a year old for burnt offerings. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Pagiel, son of Ochran. On the 12th day, Ahira, son of Anan, the leader of the people of Naphtali, brought his offering. His offering was 1 silver plate weighing 130 shekels and 1 silver sprinkling bowl weighing 70 shekels, both according to the sanctuary shekel, each filled with the finest flour mixed with olive oil as a grain offering. 1 gold dish weighing 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old for burnt offering. 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 oxen, 5 ram, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs a year old to be sacrificed as a fellowship offering. This was the offering of Ahira, son of Anan. These were the offerings of the Israelite leaders for the dedication of the altar when it was anointed: 12 silver plates, 12 silver sprinkling bowls, and 12 gold dishes. Each silver plate weighed 130 shekels, and each sprinkling bowl 70 shekels. Altogether, their silver dishes weighed 2,400 shekels. Okay, so someone do, I think it's like exclamation point measure? I don't remember what it was. Dang it, I already forgot what it was. I think it's exclamation point measure. Okay, yeah. So do exclamation point measure, and then, let's see, 2,400 shekels. And it'll tell you what it was. And like pounds, I think. According to the sanctuary shekel, the 12 gold dishes weighed with incense, filled with incense, weighed 10 shekels each, according to the sanctuary shekel. Altogether, the gold dishes weighed 120 shekels. The total number of animals for the burnt offering came to Oh, you got to put the shekel after. Hey, Voomfer, how are you? But here's going to be your answer to how many animals it was. Altogether, the gold dishes, I just read that. Total number of animals for... Okay, so it's not as bad. It sounds really heavy. But 51.3 pounds. I feel that. Pretty tired too, but we're making it through. Okay, the total number of animals for the burnt offering came to 12 young bulls, 12 rams, and 12 male lambs a year old. Yeah. 12 male lambs a year old, together with their grain offering. 12 male goats were used for the sin offering. The total number of animals for the sacrifice of the fellowship offering came to 24 oxen, 60 rams, 60 male goats, 60 male lambs a year old. These were the offerings for the dedication of the altar after it was anointed. When Moses entered the tent of meeting to speak to the Lord, he heard the voice speaking to him from between the two cherubim above the atonement cover on the ark of the covenant law. In this way, the Lord spoke to him. Ooh, I need another sip after that. Setting up the lamps. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to Aaron and say to him, when you set up the lamps, see that all 7 light up the area in front of the lampstand." Aaron did so. He set up the lamps so they faced forward on the lampstand, just as the Lord commanded Moses. This is how the lampstand was made. It was made of hammered gold from its base to its blossoms. The lampstand was made exactly like the pattern the Lord had shown Moses. Setting apart of the Levites. The Lord said to Moses, "Take the Levites from among all the Israelites and make them ceremonially clean. To purify them, do this. Sprinkle the water of cleansing on them, then have them shave their whole bodies and wash their clothes, and so they will purify themselves. Have them take a young bull with its grain offering of the finest flour mixed with olive oil. Then you are to take a second young bull for a sin offering. Bring the Levites to the front of the tent of meeting and assemble the whole Israelite community. You are to bring the Levites before the Lord, and the Israelites are to lay their hands on them. Aaron is to present the Levites before the Lord as a wave offering from the Israelites, so they may be ready to do the work of the Lord. Then the Levites are to lay their hands on the heads of the bulls, using one for a sin offering to the Lord and the other for a burnt offering, to make atonement for the Levites. Have the Levites stand in front of Aaron and his sons, then present them as a wave offering to the Lord. In this way, you are to set the Levites apart from the other Israelites, and the Levites will be mine. After you have purified the Levites and presented them as a wave offering, they are to come do the work of their work at the tent of the meeting. Oh my goodness. At the tent of meeting. They are the Israelites who are to be given wholly to me. I have taken them as my own in place of the firstborn, the first male offspring from every Israelite woman. Every firstborn male in Israel, whether human or animal, is mine. When I struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, I set them apart for myself. And I have taken the Levites in place of all the firstborn sons in Israel. From among all the Israelites, I have given the Levites as gifts to Aaron and his sons to do the work at the tent of meeting on behalf of the Israelites, and to make atonement for them so that no plague will strike the Israelites when they go near the sanctuary. Moses, Aaron, and the whole Israelite community did with the Levites just as the Lord commanded Moses. The Levites purified themselves and washed their clothes. Then Aaron presented them as a wave offering before the Lord and made atonement for them to purify them. After that, the Levites came to do their work at the tent of meeting under the supervision of Aaron and his sons. They did with the Levites just as the Lord commanded Moses. The Lord said to Moses, "This applies to the Levites. Men 25 years old or more shall come to take part in the work at the tent of meeting, but at the age of 50 they must retire from their regular service and work no longer. They may assist their brothers in performing their duties at the tent of meeting, but they themselves must not do the work. This, then, is how you are to assign the responsibility of the Levites." Hey, one and only Creepy Pro, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, time to hydrate again before we get into the Passover. The Passover. The Lord spoke to Moses in the desert of Sinai in the first month of the second year after they came out of Egypt. Thank you for the head pads. He said, "Have the Israelites celebrate the Passover at the appointed time. Celebrate it at the appointed time at twilight on the 14th day of this month, in accordance with all its rules and regulations." So Moses told the Israelites to celebrate the Passover, and they did so in the desert of Sinai at twilight on the 14th day of the first month. The Israelites did everything just as the Lord commanded Moses. Stretch. We did big stretch. God bless. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the lurk. The sticky notes work. I don't know why the mustache isn't. But some of them could not celebrate the Passover on that day because they were ceremonially unclean on account of a dead body. Oh, I gotta read. I'm refunding that one, Cody, because that's one of the video ones. I forgot to turn it off. That's my bad. I forgot to turn it off. I refunded that one. No, you're good. That was on me because I forgot to turn off the video ones. Let me do that while I'm thinking about it. Well, no, I'll leave it. It's fine. So they came to Moses and Aaron that same day and said to Moses, "We have become unclean because of a dead body, but why should we be kept from presenting the Lord's offering with the other Israelites at the appointed time?" Moses answered them, "Wait until I find out what the Lord commands concern." Excuse me. Made me hiccup a little bit. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites, when any of you or your descendants are unclean because of a dead body or are away on a journey, they are still to celebrate the Lord's Passover. But they are to do it on the 14th day of the second month at twilight. They are to eat the lamb together with the unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They must not leave any of it till morning or break any of its bones. When they celebrate the Passover, they must follow all the regulations. But if anyone who is ceremonially clean and not on a journey fails to celebrate the Passover, they must be cut off from their people for not presenting the Lord's offering at the appointed time. They will bear the consequences of their sin. A foreigner residing among you is also to celebrate the Lord's Passover in accordance with its rules and regulations. You must have the same regulations for both the foreigner and the native born." The cloud over the tabernacle. On the day the tabernacle, the tent of the covenant law, was set up, the cloud covered it. From evening till morning, the cloud above the tabernacle looked like fire. That is how it continued to be. The cloud covered it, and at night it looked like fire. Whenever the cloud lifted from above the tent, the Israelites set out. Wherever the cloud settled, the Israelites encamped. At the Lord's command, the Israelites set out, and at his command they encamped. As long as the cloud stayed over the tabernacle, they remained in camp. When the cloud remained over the tabernacle a long time, the Israelites obeyed the Lord's order and did not set out. Sometimes the cloud was over the tabernacle only a few days. At the Lord's command, they would encamp, and then at his command, they would set out. Sometimes the cloud stayed only from evening till morning, and when it lifted in the morning, they set out. Whether by day or by night, whenever the cloud lifted, they set out. Whenever the cloud stayed over the tabernacle for 2 days, or a month, or a year, the Israelites would remain in camp and not set out. But when it lifted, they would set out. At the Lord's command, they encamped, and at the Lord's command, they set out. They obeyed the Lord's order in accordance with his command through Moses. Whew. The silver trumpets. The Lord said to Moses, "Make 2 trumpets of hammered silver and use them for calling the community together and for having the camp set out. When both are sounded, the whole community is to assemble before you at the entrance to the tent of meeting. If only one is sounded, the leaders, the heads of the clans of Israel, are to assemble before you. When a trumpet blast is sounded, the tribes camping on the east are to set out. At the sounding of a second blast, the camps on the south are to set out. The blast will be a signal for setting out. To gather the assembly, blow the trumpets, but not with the signal for setting out. The sons of Aaron, the priests, are to blow the trumpets. This is to be a lasting ordinance for you and the generations to come. When you go into battle in your own land against an enemy who is oppressing you, sound a blast on the trumpets. Then you will be remembered by the Lord your God and rescued from your enemies. Also at your times of rejoicing, your appointed festivals and new moon feasts, you are to sound the trumpets over your burnt offerings and fellowship offerings, and they will be a memorial for you before your God. I am the Lord your God." The Israelites leave Sinai. On the 20th day of the second month of the second year, the cloud lifted from above the tabernacle of the covenant law. Then the Israelites set out from the desert of Sinai and traveled from place to place until the cloud came to rest in the desert of Paran. They set out this first time at the Lord's command through Moses. The divisions of the camp of Judah went first under their standard. Nahshon, son of Amminadab, was in command. Nathaniel, son of Zor, was over the division of the tribe of Issachar. No worries, PW. I hope you have a good day. And Eliab, son of Helon, was over the division of the tribe of Zebulun. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the Gershonites and the Merarites who carried it set out. The divisions of the camp of Reuben went next under their standard. Eleazar, son of Shedor, was in command. Shelumiel, son of Zurishaddai, was over the division of the tribe of Simeon, and Eliasaph, son of Duel, was over the division of the tribe of Gad. Then the Kohathites set out carrying the holy things. The tabernacle was to be set up before they arrived. The divisions of the camp of Ephraim went next under their standard. Elishama, son of Amihud, was in command. Gamaliel, son of Pedazer, was over the division of the tribe of Manasseh, and Abidan, son of Gedoni, was over the division of the tribe of Benjamin. Finally, as the rear guard for all the units, the divisions of the camp of Dan set out under their standard. Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai, was in command. Pagiel, son of Ochran, was over the division of the tribe of Asher, and Ahira, son of Anan, was over the division of the tribe of Naphtali. This was the order of the march for the Israelite divisions as they set out. Now Moses said to Hobab, son of Reuel, the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, absolutely, yeah, join and we got your back, okay? We are setting out for the place about which the Lord said, I will give it to you. Come with us and we will treat you well. Of course. Community is important, and we're trying to make as positive of a community as we can and to help each other out. For the Lord has promised good things to Israel. He answered, No, I will not go. I am going back to my own land and my own people. But Moses said, Please do not leave us. You know where we should camp in the wilderness, and you can be our eyes. If you come with us, we will share with you whatever good things the Lord gives us. So they set out from the mountain of the Lord and traveled for 3 days. The ark of the covenant of the Lord went before them during those 3 days to find them a place to rest. The cloud of the Lord was over them by day, and when they set out from the camp. Whenever the ark set out, Moses said, Rise up, Lord, may your enemies be scattered, may your foes flee before you. Whenever it came to rest, he said, Return, Lord, to the countless thousands of Israel. Okay, so we're going to stop here for today. And if you guys have prayer requests, go ahead and throw them up. And then I'll double check. I don't think there's anyone we can raid. Or anyone that'd be good to raid. I mean, like, we could raid someone who's playing a game, but I kind of like keeping the vibes the same. Let's see. Absolutely. Man, you definitely need the Bible if you were in Walmart. Yeah, usually I do in the morning, but I think you probably missed the beginning part, Dreki, where I said me and sleep have not been getting along these past couple of weeks. So I fell back asleep this morning. So I switched it to this evening because usually like Mondays and Thursdays I do evening, but I've taken Monday off because of that's when I do all my homework because all my homework's always due on Mondays. And I have 2 classes that start next Monday, so that'll be fun. But yeah. Oh, good news, everybody. A praise that I have is that I got like a 90, I think it was like a 94 on that 2,000 word essay. Heck yeah. I really thought that I was gonna get like an 80 on it because I felt like I was rambling, but I don't know if she actually read the whole essay, but it is what it is. I still got a 96, so I'm happy about that. Okay. So I've got my list up. If anyone has any others that they want to add, let me know. Or if you have any that need to be private, you can always private message me on Discord or shoot me a whisper, and I'll make sure that those are private and I won't say your name out loud. I also need to figure out how to organize this a little bit better by like sections of who's going through what. That might make things a little bit easier. Okay. Because yeah, I don't think I'm gonna raid out. Okay. So I hope you guys are ready. We're gonna go ahead and pray, if you'll pray with me. Dear Lord, thank you for another day together. I know there's a lot of prayer requests, but first, Lord, let's just sing your praises for a second. Lord, thank you for... Okay. Thank you for all that you've given us, Lord, that we can be together in a community where we can pray for each other. Lord, thank you that we're doing the best that we can through you, and thank you for Ghastly's newfound relationship and that the good things continue to happen for them. And Lord, thank you for Ross's AC getting fixed. It is too hot to be without AC. And even though we're blessed with any weather you give us, Lord, having AC is a great blessing for us, Lord. Thank you for that. And Lord, there's just some people who need some prayers, Lord, that just need some help. Lord, Drecky has their grandfathers in the hospital. Please keep your hand there, and that their car's having issues. Lord, please help them out. And for Cody, Lord, for his mental health and safety and peace for them, Lord. And for their coworker that was diagnosed with diabetes. And Lord, for Ghastly, with all the great things going on for them, please be with all the other situations going on in their life, Lord, from their family having health issues to their own personal struggles. Lord, please give them peace. And Lord, for Jake and their mental health, for Gigi and Squirrel, for their own issues as well with lust and health issues. For the private prayers, Lord, of those who don't want their information known, but they know that they need prayers, and you know that they need your help. For Fenrir, Lord, for whatever's going on in their life, and for their health and their peace, and for their dog Juju, and their friend that's in Israel, that they stay safe and they come to see you. For Lo-Fi, their help, they need your help prioritizing their life. For Forge, continued healing, and for Mikey, continued healing, Lord. You know those situations, and you know what they need help with, Lord. And even if they're not fully healed here, that they're fully healed on your side, Lord. But Forged and Mikey are both healing great, and that's such a praise, Lord. And Lord, thank you just for this whole community, Lord, that we can all come together in your word and be a community of believers to lift each other up, Lord. Thank you for each and every person who hears these messages and knows that we can come to each other for prayer, Lord. Be with each and every one of us as we go through the rest of the day and through the rest of our weeks, and bring us back together at our appointed hour. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, I'm gonna get a sip of water. One second, I'm gonna switch over to working. Over to just chatting. Okay. So my plan is, if I didn't give myself food poisoning, we're gonna be continuing in Numbers tomorrow. We'll probably do 11 through probably 14, depending on, I'll probably set it at that. And we can thank you guys for being here. I think my plan is to do 11 through 14, maybe 15. We'll see. Because there's just so much in depth in Numbers that it might take a little bit longer to go through than we were. I hope I didn't give myself food poisoning, but there is that chance. So, but we're gonna continue on. I might game some tomorrow. We're gonna see. If I've had some sleep, we'll probably do some Baldur's Gate, and yeah, some Baldur's Gate, or on TikTok I'll probably do some Kingdom Hearts or Stardew. I haven't decided. I'm trying to keep things places. Bye, Ghastly. I hope you have a great day. I hope you all have a great day. And always feel free to hit me up if you need anything, if it's just prayers, if you need encouragement, if you just need someone to vent to. Absolutely let me know. I'm always available.